Today I am going to be getting my groceries together for next week's meal plan. It is Friday, January 10th, and then I have a full menu with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I usually prep like a snack or dessert, but I just built a full protein snack bar in my kitchen. So I don't really need to prep a snack because I have more than enough snacks. So I'm going to skip that at least for the next month, because when I make like a little snack, it's usually like a little dessert because I have a intense sweet tooth. So I always try to prep some healthy dessert for me to stay on track. But for this month, I'm going to work with what's in my kitchen, and I'm not going to get too extreme because I have a goal to hit. So breakfast next week, I plan to bake blueberry overnight oats. This is something that I got from Model Chef on TikTok, and it looked really good when she made it, so I want to recreate that. And I've never made overnight oats before, and that's what really excites me about meal prepping. I get to try something new and experiment and do something for the first time. Okay, that's what keeps me going. So I'm going to experiment with these blueberry overnight oats. For lunch, I'm going to do a chipotle chicken bowl. I do these all the time. I marinate my chicken in chipotle adobo peppers, and it just does it for me. It gives me all the spices, the seasonings, everything that I need. It can get a little too spicy, so I think I'm going to add like maybe some chicken broth to the mixture this time while it's marinating to like cool down the spices. But yes, that's what I'm having. And then I also have protein chips, so I might eat it with protein chips, and some days I might eat it without. For dinner, I am having a mushroom stuffed salmon. I want to say last week or the week before, I went to a seafood restaurant with one of my best friends, and I had this stuffed salmon that was stuffed with roasted mushrooms, brie, and topped with a boursin cream sauce. I must remake it. As soon as I tried it, I was like, I can do this. This tastes delicious. So I am going to challenge myself this week to make that for dinner. And I'll try to take you to the grocery store with me. I've never taken a camera to the grocery store. I don't know if someone's going to say something to me. I'm still a little shy, especially with like recording in public. So I may take you to the grocery store. I may give you like a glimpse of it just until I get comfortable with like taking a camera into the grocery store. So let's see how it goes. Good morning. It is 8:44. I need to start working at like 9, so right now I'm getting ready to take out my meats for my meals, and I'm going to prep my breakfast. Okay, I usually like to make breakfast fresh every day, but this is an overnight oats recipe, so I'm going to prep that, and it shouldn't take me long. So I'm going to prep that before work, and then I'm probably going to have a protein drink or just like something quick that I could like warm up for breakfast today. So let me get all of that together. So I get a lot of my recipes from TikTok, and I'm so sad that it's probably going away, but that's okay because my other source is YouTube. But I got this overnight oats recipe from Model Chef.
This is how you make super creamy and delicious blueberry cheesecake overnight oats.
And I really just want to make this. So she said that's 46 grams of protein. I don't know if I'll be able to get in 46, but I'm going to see, and I'm going to calculate all of that. Her recipe calls for Greek yogurt, so I got chobani today. And she has a light cream cheese, but I couldn't find light cream cheese. And I don't know if she meant like light as in L-I-T-E, but I got whipped cream cheese. I go to oats. I always do the quick 1-minute oats. My favorite oat milk, blueberries. And I just get like the smallest one because I always end up wasting the blueberries and strawberries and stuff, but I'm trying to find a way to like preserve it. Sugar-free syrup. She also uses chia seeds, so this is the chia seeds that I have. And she used a vanilla protein powder. Now I don't have vanilla protein powder, but I do have this unflavored protein powder. And I use this one all the time, and I'm just gonna add some vanilla extract. Since my overnight oats needs time to sit and thicken, I obviously won't have them today, so I'm just having like a turkey sausage and eggs. So I have like two turkey sausage patties, egg, cheese. I eat this all the time, but this is just like my backup for like while I'm meal prepping on Mondays, because the thing, my meals really don't start on Monday. They really start on like Tuesday, because I spend Monday prepping them. I will show you how I top them tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, but you will see me prep lunch and dinner today. It's lunchtime, and for lunch today I'm actually going to marinate my meat, and then I'm probably going to have leftovers that I have for Sunday dinner, or I'm going to have like a protein bar. Okay, let me show you my little protein bar. This is my protein like snack bar, so if I'm ever like busy or I can't like make it to get anything to eat, or I just need to grab a quick snack, like today I just need to marinate my meat real quick, grab a snack and get back on the clock, I'll just grab something off of here. And the best thing on here, baby, is this. I love a Power Crunch bar. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and marinate the meat for my chipotle chicken, and I'll show you how I make the marinade. To make my marinade, I'm gonna use these chipotle peppers, and this is really what gives it all that flavor. So I'm gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna add water to the can to get the rest of this out. Pour this in there. I'm gonna add some olive oil. I got like two. I need to get rid of this. I'm gonna use the rest of this, and I'm gonna put some in here. I'm also gonna add seasonings to it. So I'm gonna add some chicken bouillon. I'm gonna add just enough. Onion powder. Black pepper. Caramelized onion butter, which is like a garlic powder. Chili powder, and honestly I probably don't need any more spice, but I just want to add this to give it a little bit more kick. Paprika for that smoky flavor. And then of course some garlic powder. I add garlic powder to everything. Powder it is. And then I'm going to take this and put this in my blender. So now that I have my marinade, I'm going to add it to my raw chicken breast. I'm now going to let this sit in the fridge until later on in the evening when it's time for me to cook. Okay, y'all, it is 7:11. Okay. Well, 7:12 now. And now I'm about to go prep the lunch and the dinner part of my day. And I always cook this late because I don't get off until like 5:30, sometimes 6, and today I got off at 6. So I usually start cooking around 7, and that's when I will just start with my lunch, and then I'll do my dinner. So for lunch, I am prepping chipotle chicken for chipotle bowls, which shouldn't be that complicated. I marinated the meat earlier, so I should only have to cook the chicken on the stove, and then the excessive part is all the chopping of the veggies and the cilantro and all that other stuff, except this time I do not have fresh cilantro. I have like dry cilantro because that's all that was in the store. There was a winter storm this past week and everybody bought up everything, including the cilantro. So I'm not sure what people are doing with cilantro, but I had to work with what they had, and they had dried cilantro. So I'll be using that for the first time. So I have to prep the corn. I have to make my own pico de gallo because they did not have any of that in the store either. I have to thankfully, I'm not making guacamole, okay? I do want to learn how to make guacamole this year, and it's probably not hard at all. But usually when it comes to guacamole, I'll just buy cups at the store. We are in the kitchen, and I am going to show you what I put in my chipotle bowls. I keep my chipotle bowls very simple. And now since like 80% of my stomach is gone, I rarely go to Chipotle, and I love Chipotle. So it just gets wasted. So if I can cook it at home, I will. So I got all my ingredients back here. I have tomato and red onion. Okay, and I'm gonna put these together with some cilantro, and I'll make like my own pico de gallo. And then I have my chicken, which has been marinating, and by this color I can tell this is probably gonna be spicy as hell, but I swear the flavor is so good. I do this every time. And then for the corn, I do frozen corn. I just think that's better, so I'll pop it like in the microwave, and then just like for a few seconds I'll let it get warm, and then I'll mix that with cilantro. Okay, there's cilantro all through this dish. And then I have black beans. You know, beans give us that extra protein, so I'm gonna have like sour cream, some guacamole. I also have like Greek yogurt if I want to use that instead of sour cream. So I'm just gonna go chop up these veggies. I also have like this veggie chopper that I got from TJ Maxx, and with like a bunch of like pieces to like cut it. So I'm gonna try that today. Last time using that chopping device. As far as coming to like dicing things, did you see me struggle? That was a struggle. I had to start cutting, and that's not the purpose of that. Now I am preparing to do the warm parts of the meal. Okay, I am preparing to cook the chicken and to heat up the baked beans. So, but I also just realized I don't have any lime, and that is a key part to the meal. But I forgot to add it to my grocery list, therefore I just forgot to get it, period. So I think it will still be fine. I also have some protein lime chips on my protein bar, so if it's really that serious, I got 2 bags of those. 9:37, and the only thing that I am still working on is the chipotle bowls. So I'm actually going to save the salmon for tomorrow, which makes sense. I told myself that in 2025 I would not be staying up until 1 o'clock in the kitchen, because honestly, when I meal prep, I try to do it all in one day, and I end up in the kitchen all night until the maybe 1 in the morning. And I have to work the next day and still get up early so that I can get on the clock on time. So I said I wasn't doing that this year, and it's okay for me to prep my dinner tomorrow, and I'll probably prep it during my lunch hour. So tonight I'm going to go ahead and have my chipotle bowl. 'Cause here's my bowl. Okay, I feel like something's missing, but I can't figure out what that is yet. But she's still pretty. So this is my chipotle bowl. I'm very cautious when it comes to what I put in the bowl and how I place it. As in, I can only eat 4 to 6 ounces of food, honestly. And especially with like chicken breast, because it's a heavier meat. So I did 3 It's 3.5, but my goal was to do 3 ounces of meat. So I have 3.5 ounces of meat here. I weighed it on my scale. And then I have 1/4 cup of beans. And then I did a tablespoon, was it a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons? But I did like a tablespoon of my pico de gallo and my corn. And then I did sour cream and I did guacamole. And I think those things will like calm down spice because I don't know how hot this is just yet. In addition to dinner, I also have my magnesium and my D3. I take 1 magnesium, I take 1 D3. Magnesium and D3 have multiple benefits, but both of them together, it puts me out like a light. It's like taking melatonin, but I don't do well with melatonin. Melatonin causes hallucinations for me. So if you have issues with sleeping, I suggest magnesium glycinate and D3 and take them together. My mom, she takes it too, but she'll take like 2 magnesium glycinates because that like puts her out. I'm good with just 1, but I literally listed out like the benefit of vitamins because it's easy to get off track with our vitamins. So like, I want to know the why, and if I know the why, then I'll keep doing it. So I have literally, this is my reminders app, and I have everything listed out. So magnesium glycinate improves the health of bones and heart muscle. It improves relaxation, or it enhances relaxation rather, improves sleep, reduced anxiety and stress, controls blood sugar, and it also helps with digestion and bowel regulation. And all of this is true, okay? I have like the best sleep. I'm in the best moods. It does release my anxiety and it literally calms my body down before bed. So, and that's what I need because I'm a night owl. Like I can stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, but I know if I take my pills here, then I'm out like a light. D3 improves cardiovascular and bone health and possibly aids in weight loss management. So yeah, take your vitamins. I love a colorful spoon. Oh. The lime would have really set it off like I needed to, but this is still really good. So I know calculating nutrition can become like a headache, but I really need to know how much protein I'm getting within a meal plan. So I'm not calculating nutrition every single day, but my meals are made to last me 3 to 5 days depending on what it is. So if I know how much is like in a bowl or on my plate, then I'm aware of how much I'm getting in per day if I'm eating the same amount every day. So I'll include the protein. I'll really focus on protein. I don't really focus on like calories and things like that. I probably should start focusing on like sodium, but I'll talk to like my dietitian about that with my upcoming 1-year appointment. But I really focus on protein because I want to make sure I get in 80 grams of protein, really 60 to 80. But yeah, I'll include the nutrition info for you. So I'm going to finish this and then I am going to go to bed because it's way past my bedtime, and I am going to see y'all in the morning. That's when I will make my overnight oats, the toppings for it, and we'll get to try that together. So good morning, happy Tuesday. Let's make our overnight oats toppings so we can eat our breakfast and get on the clock. I start working around 9 every day, so I like to get up at 6, or at least I like to. I don't always get up at 6, but I am working on building like a new routine. So this week I've been getting up at 6, but usually I will get up at like 7 or something. But it's nice just to have an extra hour to make sure I get my breakfast and everything in before I start working. So let's make the topping for this and I'll show you how I do that. way to describe it is like it's semi-sweet. You got the oats, you got the chia seeds. It's different. I think in her recipe she used maple syrup, but I wanted to use sugar-free syrup. But I think next time I will try maple syrup to give it a little bit more sweetness. Listen, it's good. I like it. And this is my first time successfully making overnight oats. So now that I know how to do it, I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to refine it and make it to my liking. Okay. I have no clue how I'm going to make this salmon. That stuff with like mushroom and brie cheese. So I'm doing some research. And the research not even helping. So this is going to be experimental. But I think I got it. So I'm going to make salmon. It's going to be stuffed with brie cheese and mushrooms. And then I'm going to top it with a boursin cream sauce. Okay, this is something that I had at a seafood restaurant when I was out to dinner with one of my best friends. So I'm going to have to figure this out. I've never cooked with brie before, so what if it don't come out right? Sideways because I can tell it's going to be a mess, but I'm just going to see how it turns out. Okay, I am no chef. I like to experiment. We're going to see what this come out. When I was in college, my school used to have like brie cheese boards or whatever, so I'm going to have a piece of this. I'm going to have my mom try some too, and I'm going to put like some strawberry jam on it. Lunch. I'm not gonna lie, it looked kind of scary, so I'm scared to try it, but my mom's gonna try it with me. Keep in mind she don't like swish. You gotta get the feeling in the cake.
I do got some.
No, you don't.
I do. That's all I'm getting.
You ain't. What? What if it's nasty? Okay, try it.
You eat fish, so I don't know. It's good. I don't know. It's you like you like fish, but I taste that bite.
Of fish?
I taste that bite of that
brie.
brie and that salmon together.
It's good.
I know. I figured you also.
I'll eat it.
I know you will.
But it's nothing like how I had it at the restaurant. So they did something else to it.
No thank you. I don't want
Yeah, she do not like salmon. She do not like brie cheese. It's very plain. But also keep in mind I didn't season the salmon that much, so. She said it needs some mashed potatoes. This is all that I could eat. Let me move the spoon. This is all that I could eat. And I knew better than to make a side with salmon because salmon is always like, it's very filling. Salmon is thick. So I'm gonna cook salmon by itself every single time. But this is all that I could eat. And I give it a 6 out of 10. So I was initially scared of the brie and the mushroom mixture. So I tried it before I baked it. But after I baked it and took it out of the oven, it looked scary. So I was like, oh my God, that filling is probably gonna be nasty. The filling was decent. The filling was good. What was off was the seasonings, but that's okay as well because I know we're not supposed to have that much sodium. But if you saw me, if I even add the clip, I added some, what's that? I added some Old Bay seasoning, and then I added like some like sea salt, okay? And that took it from like a 6 to like a 7. It made it more edible because the issue is that it was plain. So I probably should have marinated my salmon like I usually do, and I didn't do that this time. So I just cooked it and I made it fresh. You know, I can never achieve, well, let me say never, but I rarely get like the exact flavor that I would get like at a restaurant. So they did something extra and special to theirs, but of course they will never give you the full sauce. But that Boursin cream sauce, that was really good. I'm gonna go add some Cajun seasoning to that, and that will really like set it off for the next 4 days. Okay, y'all, so let's rank the meals that I made this week. I want to start with number 1 being the chipotle bowl. Yes, it's very simple, it's very easy, very refreshing, and I always love the way I flavor and marinate the chicken. So, and it's just, I guess it's not like, I do think it's simple for me. It's just a lot when you gotta cut and chop, and a lot of people like when you start cutting and chopping, like it's not as simple. But if you want to take a shortcut, you could always go buy pico de gallo. You could go buy corn salsa, like if you're just someone who doesn't want to do that at home. But I would rank that number 1 for the flavors, and it really amped it up when I would eat it with protein chips. Number 2, I would say, is the blueberry overnight oats, okay? I love oats, and I'm so happy that I finally learned how to make overnight oats. And I thought I would hate eating them cold, but that wasn't a problem at all. It was actually very delicious. So the only thing is I probably should have used maple syrup, but I wanted to use sugar-free syrup just to be on the safe side. It's Wednesday now. I'm going to add a tablespoon of maple to like my oats for the next 3 days or so, just to see if that amps it up. But 3 will be the mushroom stuffed salmon. So I stuffed the salmon with mushroom and brie, and then I topped it with the Boursin cream sauce. It was okay, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because honestly, y'all, when I took that thing out the oven, I was like, I don't have any faith in this. And I thought the issue would be the brie, but the issue was not the brie. The filling was actually just fine because I seasoned the mushrooms and then I mixed that with the brie. All of that was okay to me. But the issue is that I probably should have marinated my salmon. So it was just that the seasonings was off. So I did like sprinkle like some Cajun seasoning on it, and maybe like some sea salt to give it more of like a bump, and that helped. So it's more of number 3 for the lack of seasoning. Now that is it for this video. If you found this interesting and you would like to see more of this content, please feel free to like and subscribe, okay? I'll be here, and I'll be here for a while this time, especially since I've been sharing my meals for like a while now on TikTok. So I think that I'm really going to enjoy doing this on YouTube because I don't have to cut out everything that I think is valuable. You know, TikTok, The people only have, like, their attention spans are very short, okay? You gotta give it to them in 15 seconds, okay? But here, I can yap with y'all. I can talk. So go ahead, click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.